Hello folks, my name is Rojo, and welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. When we last left off, we talked about the game mechanics a little bit, and we made ourselves a character. But now, it's time for us to actually play the game, if you can believe it. So, let's go ahead and get started.
We've been ambushed by a Sith battle fleet. The Endar Spire is under attack. Hurry up, we don't have much time.
Alright, a strange man has burst into our bedroom here. I think it's time for us to ask the questions. Who are you?
I'm Trask Ulgo, ensign with the Republic fleet. I'm your bunkmate here on the Endar Spire. We work opposite shifts. I guess that's why you haven't seen me before. Now hurry up. We have to find Bastilla. We have to make sure she makes it off the ship alive.
Opposite shifts, you say? A likely story for a Sith spy! Who's Bastilla, though?
Bastilla is the commanding officer on the Endar Spire. Well, not an officer, really, but she's the one in charge of this mission. One of our primary duties is to guarantee her survival in the event of an enemy attack. You swore an oath just like everyone else on this mission. Now it's time to make good on that oath. I heard what everyone's saying about you. You've explored the farthest reaches of the galaxy. You visited planets I've never even heard of. People with your skills and abilities are hard to find. It's no wonder the Republic recruited you for this mission. But now's the time to prove yourself. I know you're a scout and not a soldier, but Bastilla needs all troops at her side during this attack.
Alright, stupid oath. Let's go help Bastilla.
So hurry up and grab your gear. You need to suit up so we can get out of here.
Alright, Dad. Okay. So, a little bit of nonsense. I'm going to tweak these audio settings for a second, so I'm going to make a cut here. Just give me one moment. Okay, I just wanted to turn the music down a bit. Might be a little bit too low. We'll work on it as we go here. But, yeah, let's grab our stuff. So this is why I put a point in stealth. We get a free stealth field generator. Not a big deal, honestly. But we'll take it. Something we can sell. A few extra credits in the beginning of the game, that kind of deal. Now we have a combat buff of some kind, of consumable, kind of like a potion, I guess. We have, or actually no, this is the potion. This is an implant that we started with because we're a scout. Blaster pistol, short sword, and some clothes because we are in our jammy jams. So let's grab this stuff, and we get a couple med packs, so that's good. All right, quest complete. Pick up your shit. Now then, let's go ahead and put some clothes on. That's a good start. As any intrepid adventurer knows, we'll put on our stealth field generator, which does take up a belt slot, which is kind of unfortunate. And we'll equip our blaster here, and we can equip this cardio package, but it's not going to do anything, because in the D20 system, you need 2 points to have any real effect on your actual bonus that's associated with a given stat. So this +1 Constitution does nothing for us right now, but we'll wear it anyway, because why not? Alright, Trask.
Okay, let's move out. We should stick together. You'll have more success with a party than on your own.
Alright. So Trask is gonna follow us around and basically be our tutorial man for the entirety of the Endar Spire here. But yes, we will add you. Fine.
Because of the attack, this room is in lockdown. But don't worry, I've got the override codes. You'll have to use me to unlock the door.
Alright, Trask. Is he taller than me? How dare you be taller than the protagonist? I think it's just his goofy haircut. I think that's what it is. Alright, let's open the door.
Now that the door is open, you better take the lead again.
Alright, so we are now back in the lead. 100 XP, open door. Achievement get. Hey, R2-D2.
This is Carthonasi. The Sith are threatening to overrun our position. We can't hold out long against their firepower. All hands to the bridge!
That was Karth contacting us on our portable communicators. He's one of the Republic's best pilots. He's seen more combat than the rest of the Endar Spire's crew put together. If he says things are bad, you better believe it. We have to get to the bridge to help defend Bastilla. There's a map of the Endar Spire and a copy of Karth's message in your electronic journal, just in case we get separated.
Alright, let's go. Oy, I swear to God, Trask. So there's our map. We don't need it. And we don't really need to worry about the journal either. There might be some interesting stuff in there at some point, but not worried about it.
That door's locked, and I don't have the codes to open it. You'll have to use your security skill on it if we want to get past.
Okay. So if we didn't have security, I don't know, maybe he would have to use security or something like that. It doesn't matter. But we could just do this.
No problem.
Got it. These Sith must be the advanced boarding party for the Republic!
For the Republic, indeed. Alrighty, so this is how combat's going to work. Game auto pauses whenever we get near somebody. Then we can click on different people to attack them. Now, we could use Rapid Shot, however, this comes with a -4 to hit and a -4 to our defense, which is the sort of opposed stat that people's attack rolls are made against. And I don't want them to be able to hit me. I don't think it's a good thing, because we're not going to hit them very easily, and we're only going to get +1 attack. So I think our best bet is just to shoot them the regular way. Like so. Pew, pew, pew. That'd be cool if, I don't know if there's like a cinematic camera or something in this game, but that would be nice. There we go. Those guys just got tricked. Also, actually, what's our... Ooh. Gotta be careful, man. Let me check my my options real quick. Gameplay, yeah, I have the combat difficulty on difficult. We might tone that down at some point if it becomes too much of an issue. So I'm not sure how this is going to go using blasters on our main character here in this playthrough. R2-D2, no! Oh, it's a sad day. Oh, wait. Excuse me, no. That was R2-D2's cousin, R2-D2. Yep, okay. Never mind, everything's fine. Oh god, more Sith everywhere. It's almost like they're invading the ship. Oh, we just got shot. That doesn't feel good. Now, if we actually get knocked down, it probably doesn't matter too much because Trask here is level 3s. So, and he's probably a soldier, so he's pretty tough. And as long as someone in your party makes it out alive and conscious, everybody makes it out, I believe, is how it works. So, all right. What do we got? We've got frag grenades, very good. Short sword, long sword, combat suit. Combat suit, by far the most important of the items we picked up. It's going to give us +4 defense, but also you'll see that it has a max dex bonus, so your armor actually limits the amount of armor class bonus, or I guess I'm saying armor class, that's the D&D term. So your armor most often will limit the amount of max defense you can get via your dexterity stat. So we have +3 right now from our dexterity, but if we had +6, we would be cut down to +5. Basically is how that works. But this is a very marked improvement for us. +4 is pretty good. What about over here? What do we got? What do we got? We got a med pack. We could use a med pack. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. If we get knocked out, that's okay. Go. We got a frag grenade out of him, and is that it? Is that everybody? Sometimes these guys drop some credits, which could be useful for us. You never know. Guy just got wrecked. Oh no! You can't grenade your own guys, man. You're gonna get banned from the server for that kind of behavior. Tisk tisk. Alright, well, that's a hint that we can actually do the same thing to these guys. I actually didn't want to attack this guy. I want to come over here. I want to select this guy, and I want to throw a nade at him like that. How do you like it? Oh, but there's more. Luckily, we've got the range required. Now, we could actually throw another grenade if we wanted to, but I think we can save them. These guys shouldn't give us too much trouble here. Now, the combat is actually pretty cool in this game. Like, it's based on a round system like the D20 system is, but there's a lot of like filler kind of attacks and stuff that kind of keeps things visually interesting, in my opinion, at least. Let's see, repair kits. So those are to repair droids and stuff like that. Yeah, and we'll get to see some melee in a second too, which actually looks really cool as well. Probably cooler, I would say, in a lot of instances. Oh no, not R2-D2! Well, this is R2-D2's second cousin twice removed, R2-D2, so everything's fine. We get some parts out of that. Man, this guy still got stuff for us, huh? Guess I didn't loot him before. We got a med pack, another frag grenade. Very nice. And we have some credits and a poison grenade. I was not expecting to see a poison grenade. I don't know, I guess it just does damage over time or something. We'll look at it someday, maybe. Do you hear that? The glorious sound of lightsaber combat?
It's a dark Jedi. This fight is too much for us. We better stay back. All we do is get in the way.
God damn
That
it.
was one of the Jedi accompanying Bastilla. Damn, they could have used her help.
Yeah, no shit, man. She was a Jedi. We'll just have to settle for shooting these guys instead. A little grunt-on-grunt action. I'm sure they'll let us pick up her lightsaber and use that for the rest of the game, though, so we have nothing to worry about. Good stuff. Give me that lightsaber now, please. What? What? You've denied me a lightsaber at level 1? How dare you? I guess we'll just have to settle with adrenal strength and vibration cells. And this med pack. And do you have anything? You better. Yeah, that's right. Another med pack. We'll take those. That's nice. So, yeah, unfortunately, no lightsaber for us just yet. And even if we had one, we wouldn't use it because we're doing blaster pistols, man.
The bridge is just beyond that door. You better equip your melee weapon. There isn't much room on the bridge, and it's suicide to use a blaster in close quarters. I should equip a melee weapon, too. Either that or I'll have to stay back and use my blaster.
Oh, you're such a nerd, Trask. What if they have lightsabers, though?
Your melee weapon is made using a cortosis weave. It's strong enough to stand up against anything, even a lightsaber.
Why wouldn't they just make, like, cortosis weave armor, then? And then that would also stand up to lightsabers. Would it not? I think that it would. But they won't let us go through this door without equipping a melee weapon, which is very annoying. So this will be the one time we actually use such a weapon in this game. Hooah! Come get some, baby. We should not be in the front, really, but that's okay. Oh, we just leveled up, got some XP, all that good stuff. Now, they say that using a blaster in melee is suicide. I think mechanically, enemies might get a bonus to hit or something like that if you're using a ranged weapon in melee combat. I'm not sure how it shakes out.
Bastilla's not here on the bridge.
In this.
They must have retreated to the escape pods. We better head that way, too. The Sith want Bastilla alive, but once she's off the ship, there's nothing stopping them from blasting the Endar Spire into galactic dust.
God, you're annoying, Trask. Alright, let's put our blaster back on so we can actually hit something. Because we are so very weak. We have the strength of a toddler. Okay, backpack. Backpack has a blaster pistol. Now, we could equip 2 blaster pistols, but as I mentioned in the previous video, early on, especially without the feats to give us 2-weapon fighting, dual wielding is brutally unwise as far as our attack rolls go. Now, we do need to level up. You can actually see we've got a kind of a literal moral compass here as far as our light side, dark side. This will change as we make certain decisions, but for now, let's just get some more skills. We will go with some computer use. We will go with, and as I mentioned in the last video, I explained the mechanics of cross-class skills. We won't be able to level that up till next level. But I think we will go with a little repair. And, I don't know, I guess a couple points of awareness. Sure, why not? Feats. We will take... At this point, it would be good to get some extra HP. It wouldn't be the worst, especially because I think this one... Yeah, it gives us like a little bit of damage reduction too, which could be good. But someday, we will take these perhaps. For now... We're going to start on the path to dual wielding with 2-weapon fighting here. It's a long road. As you can see, like I was saying, like -6, -10 is the standard. With 2-weapon fighting, and this is like -6 to your main hand, -6 to your offhand, as it says. 2-weapon fighting goes down to -6, -6, which still sucks. And then if we use a balanced weapon in the offhand, like another blaster pistol, if we're using a blaster pistol in our main hand, it becomes -4, -6. Which still fucking sucks. So, we won't really be able to do much until at least probably this level of 2-weapon fighting, but more likely this one here, which will be a while before we get. So, I'm going to go ahead and get 2-weapon fighting here, and we will accept that and move on. And we actually got some HP. We get 8 HP per level, I believe, which is the maximum. I think you always get max HP in this game. So, since we don't have a Constitution modifier of any kind, we just get the 8 from our class. Alright, now that little bit of explanation is done, let's move on. Figure we might as well do any mechanics explanation in these first couple videos as we go along here, mostly because then we don't have to do them later. And this is the tutorial, after all. Okay. What's in here?
There's something behind here. Damn, another Dark Jedi. I'll try to hold him off. You get to the escape pods. Go!
Yeah, it looks suspiciously like the other guy that died. Also, I can't believe Trask just sacrificed his life for us after all those mean things that we said about him. What a guy. What a just a stand-up, chip off the old block kind of guy. Let's move on.
This is Cartho Nassi on your personal communicator. I'm tracking your position through the Endar Spire's life support systems. Bastilla's escape pod is away. You're the last surviving crew member on the Endar Spire. Now, I can't wait for you much longer. You have to get to the escape pods. But be careful. There's a Sith patrol just down the corridor. Use your stealth skill to sneak past him.
Okay. We can do that. Now, if we didn't have a point in stealth and thus have the stealth field generator, we wouldn't have this option. We'd just have to fight him, I think. But yeah, without a stealth field generator, actually can't even use stealth at all in this game, I don't think.
I'll avoid what I can.
But there you go. We are like the wind. Shh, be very, very quiet. No, we don't want to attack him, man. What are you doing? The point of this is stealth. Now, if you were a scoundrel, you would get sneak attack, so you'd have a really good reason to use some stealth. Although I kind of imagine it would be sort of inconvenient in a lot of instances, so we are not going to worry about that. Yeah, there we go. He's coming back around this way, but we are long gone. Oh yes, I'm sure he won't hear any of this fighting that's about to happen right here. Certainly not. That would be ridiculous, wouldn't it? Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Please become deceased. Thank you. Now, if you could follow in your friend's footsteps here, I believe you set a fine example for how to no longer be alive. Eventually, we're going to be doing a lot of shots because we get extra attacks as we level up.
There's a whole squad of Sith troopers on the other side of that door. You need to find some way to thin their numbers. You could reprogram the damaged assault droid to help you, if you have enough repair parts. Or you could use computer spikes to slice into the terminal and use the Endar Spire's security systems against the Sith.
Okay, so we have some options here. But yeah, I was saying, we'll get more attacks and we'll be dual wielding, and then we'll actually start using rapid fire and shit. And oh man, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be glorious. It's gonna be lasers everywhere. Now then, computer spikes and parts. We discussed these a little bit in the last episode. We are equally good at computer use and repair. So let's look at our options. So computer slicing tutorial. Blah blah blah. Use spikes. Now we could do this. This is sort of a camera. We got 5 guys in there. That's a lot of dudes. And I know that we can kill everybody with this. However, this one might be a little bit more fun. I don't know. So sometimes we can find droids and repair them and all that crap. We can reactivate him, and we can give him shields. But most importantly, I think we probably just put him in patrol mode. So let's do that. Alright, droid, it's just you and me against the world. And more importantly, all the Sith in there. So you deal with them. And then I'll be right here shooting through the back of you. Because, trust me, I'm a wonderful shot. Everything is fine. Oh my god, he is actually a monster, though. What a tank. I can't complain. I'm very happy with my my purchase. Alright, we got a repair kit, which is for droids. We got an ion blaster, a prototype vibroblad, and that's it. It looks like nothing else. So yeah, let's see here. Now this vibroblade that we got is actually something that we can put the vibration cell in and upgrade. So some weapons in this game are upgradable. We'll learn a little bit more about that next episode. But for now, I don't think we want to use this ion blaster really. Yeah, it only does 1 to 4 damage against normal enemies, but it gets plus 1 to 10 versus droids. So if you find some droids, it'll probably be worthwhile. But until that point, we'll just stick with our blaster pistol, I think. All right.
You've made it just in time. There's only one active escape pod left. Come on, we can hide out on the planet below.
Yo, man, you were right fucking here, and you couldn't help me? How do I know I can trust you with behavior like that?
I'm a soldier with the Republic, like you. We're the last 2 crew members left in the Endar Spire. Bastilla's escape pod's already gone, so there's no reason for us to stick around here and get shot by the Sith. Now, come on. There'll be time for questions later.
Fine. All right. Well, let's go ahead and enter the escape pod and see what happens. I'm sure everything is going to be fine and go completely swimmingly. She's the Jedi of my dreams.
Good to see you up instead of thrashing about in your sleep. You must have been having one hell of a nightmare. I was wondering if you were ever going to wake up. I'm Karth, one of the Republic soldiers from the Endar Spire. I was with you in the escape pod. Do you remember?
I do remember. Now, for the end of this episode, we're just going to be chatting with Karth here. So if that's, for some reason, something that doesn't interest you, you can duck out now. But I figure we might as well get a little bit of an idea of what's going on here and sort of what our next steps are before we end the episode. So, what do we want to say? Hey man, I had a strange dream. It was like a vision or something.
I'm not surprised. You took a serious blow to the head. You're probably having all kinds of strange dreams. I wouldn't worry too much about it. We've been slipping in and out of consciousness for a couple of days now, so I imagine you're pretty confused about things. Try not to worry. We're safe. At least for the moment. We're in an abandoned apartment on the planet of Terrace. We were banged up pretty bad when our escape pod crashed, but luckily I wasn't seriously hurt. I was able to drag you away from our crash site and all the confusion, and I stumbled into this abandoned apartment. By the time the Sith arrived on the scene, we were long gone.
Uh-huh. Well, it's a good thing that I have no bodily functions like having to pee or poop, because otherwise I would be a mess right now, which would be unfortunate. But thankfully, again, I have no such need for human, yes, normal, anyway, the Sith?
Terrace is under Sith control. Their fleet is orbiting the planet, they've declared martial law, and they've imposed a planet-wide quarantine. But I've been in worse spots. I saw on your service records that you understand a remarkable number of alien languages.
That's convenient.
That's pretty rare in a raw recruit. But it should come in handy while we're stranded on a foreign world. There is no way the Republic will be able to get anyone through the Sith blockade to help us. If we're gonna find Bastilla and get off this planet, we can't rely on anybody but ourselves.
Alright, so why is Bastilla so important?
That smack to your head did more damage than I thought. Bastilla's a Jedi. She was with the strike team that killed Darth Revan, Malak's Sith master. Bastilla's the key to the whole Republic war effort. The Sith must have found out that she was on the Endar Spire and set an ambush for us in this system. I believe Bastilla was on one of the escape pods that crashed down here in Terrace. For the sake of the Republic war effort, we have to try and find her.
Oy, alrighty. But, yeah, do tell, how can one person, even a Jedi such as her, be so important? I mean, this is long before Luke Skywalker existed, so, you know.
Bastilla is no ordinary Jedi. She has a rare gift the Jedi call battle meditation. Bastilla's power can influence entire armies. Through the Force, Bastilla can inspire her allies with confidence and make her enemies lose their will to fight. Often that's all it takes to tip the balance in a battle. Of course there are limits to what she can do, but from what I understand of her ability, it requires great concentration and focus to maintain her battle meditation. The attack on the Endar Spire happened so fast, she never had a chance to use her battle meditation. Like us, she barely got out alive.
Aha. Well, you know, if she's a Jedi, and apparently she is, she could probably take care of herself, I would think.
Bastilla's gonna need our help. Many of Darth Malak's followers can use the dark side of the Force, and the Sith have already killed more than their share of Jedi in this war. Nobody will be looking for a couple of common soldiers like us, and if we're careful, we can move about the planet without attracting notice, a luxury Bastilla won't have. She's gonna have half the Sith fleet looking for her. They know how important she is to the war effort. The whole planet is under quarantine. No ships can land or take off. So if Bastilla's gonna escape Terrace, she's gonna need our help, and we'll probably need hers.
Aha. Well, I suppose we should start looking, but where?
While you were out, I did some scouting around. There are reports of a couple of escape pods crashing down into the Undercity. It's probably a good place to start. But the Undercity's a dangerous place. We don't want to go there unprepared, and it won't do Bastilla any good if we go and get ourselves killed.
That's probably true. Alright, let's ask some questions to Carth here.
I'll tell you whatever I can, though I don't know how much help it'll be.
What do you know about Malak and the Sith?
Everything I know about Malak is pretty much common knowledge. He escaped the trap that killed Darth Revan, his Sith master. With Revan's death, Malak became the new Dark Lord. It's obvious that Malak's a ruthless tyrant who'll crush anyone who stands in his way, just like Revan was. Experience has shown that the Sith won't stop until the Republic lies in ruins. Malak and his Sith don't respect anything except raw, brutal power. It's hard to imagine how someone who used to be a Jedi could become such a monster.
Aha. A Jedi, what do you mean? I mean, I don't think there's really much point in asking this, but we will anyway.
Malak and Revan were once both part of the Jedi Order, but they were young and headstrong, and against the wishes of the Council, they went to battle the Mandalorians on the Outer Rim. Something happened out there. Something corrupted them and drew them over to the dark side. Or maybe there was something rotten inside them all along. I don't know. They formed an army of ex-Republic soldiers and Jedi who'd fallen to the dark side, with Revan at their head, until Revan was killed by Bastilla's Jedi strike team. But even that didn't slow the Sith down. Malak just stepped in and assumed Revan's role. He took control of the Sith Armada and resumed the bloody conquest of the Outer Worlds.
Aha. Alright, well, let me ask you something else then.
I'll tell you whatever I can, though I don't know how much help it'll be.
Alright, what can you tell me about the planet we're on? Terrace, was it?
Taurus was once a magnificent planet-wide metropolis of towering skyscrapers, but that was a long time ago. The upper city where the rich citizens live is still pretty safe. If it wasn't for the Sith occupation and the planet-wide quarantine, it might not even be a bad place to live. But farther down, things have degenerated. The lower city is nothing but a slum overrun by swoop bike gangs, waging a never-ending war for control. And the undercity is... well, it's even worse. The lowest level of Terrace is a wasteland overrun by rat ghouls. Mindless, diseased mutants that attack on sight. I've already entered all this info into your datapad journal.
Alrighty, we will never look at that. Most likely, unless we absolutely have to. Alright man, tell me about yourself.
I understand why you want to know more about me. I kind of get the feeling we'll be spending a lot of time together over the next while. But this isn't really the best time for long introductions. We should stay focused on the task at hand. There'll be a time for that later.
Okay, well, then I think that's all we need to know. So the sooner we start looking for Bastilla, the sooner we find her. Let's go, buddy.
Good idea. We can use this abandoned apartment as a base. We can probably get some equipment and supplies here in the upper city. Just remember to keep a low profile. I've heard some grim stories about the Dark Jedi interrogation techniques. They say the Force can do terrible things to a mind. It can wipe away your memories and destroy your very identity. But I figure if we don't do anything stupid, we should be okay. I mean, after all, they're looking for Bastilla, not a couple of grunts like us. All right, soldier, let's move out.
Okay, I'm sure none of that stuff about the Force will ever be relevant to us because they will never catch us. Oh, yes. But that's going to do it for this episode. When we come back, I guess we will go ahead and explore our apartment and all that good stuff. Get some XP, get some loot, maybe do a little shopping. Who knows? But until next time, my name has been Rorojo, and thanks for watching.